coming to you live from Kenny's basement apartment where I am dying of the allergies, and I think Kenny's just dying of the MLBs. His team is down 3-1 now?
And it's over.
Oh, it's over?
Playoffs, yes. They lost. It's over.
Oh, when did that happen?
Yeah.
Was that today or yesterday?
Yes, that was the last game. Welcome. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
I'm sorry, I've been out of it, man.
On this day of our Lord, 10/21/2024.
This beautiful Monday evening.
Yes, for a Monday. We're doing a quick pod real quick while football's going on. Currently, Tampa Bay already leading 7-0 with that high-potent offense by Baker Mayfield, and I'm wearing the proud throwback creamsicle shirt.
At least it's a better orange than Tennessee,
It's the
Texas,
only, it's
Oklahoma
it's
State.
the only orange. It's the only orange that I'll wear. So anyway, let's get into it. We'll talk a little bit about
Will Stingrays.
Yeah, we're gonna start with the NFL since NFL's going on right now, and then we'll finish up with.
As I already said, let's set the trailers going. It's a good day.
Yes, you're exactly right. So thanks for joining us, everybody, for this quick. We'll get this rendition of this pod done today. We were going to do it many days before, and stuff has happened. A lot of alcohol-induced somethings at times.
Since my turnaround usually happens at the beginning of the month, we've been going to the more football games together, and so we would have already switched to Mondays. And with this coming up trip, that we're taking this weekend, we would, we're going to be on Monday, so we would have missed a little time. Oh,
it's Monday morning. It's kind of Monday evening.
So it's definitely Monday evening.
All right, let's move on. Let's talk a little bit, Sean, if you pull up the NFL scoreboard for the weekend.
Oh, you want to do NFL?
Yeah, we'll start with the NFL because we're obviously done with college. I mean, what more do we have to live for? But except Seth the Truck got fired, but we'll get into that here in a little bit. And we'll talk about who I suggested we hired last year, Brendan Marion, who's still going to be talked about being hired this year. But anyway, let's move on. Let's do a little NFL talk. Let's talk about some teams, like we say when we do the NFL, and we'll do it for the college too. Who impressed and who just sucked ass? Let's talk about who impressed. Honestly, sad as I say, is I thought the move from the move from Fields to Russell Wilson was a bad move. I thought the Steelers looked pretty good last night, 37-15. We'll get our insider soon.
Definitely somehow got an offense.
Yeah, they got an offense. I also thought that the Seahawks were also pretty impressive as they beat 34-14 against the Falcons, who's had a high-potent offense.
I told you the Seahawks have been a quiet team this year.
They have, and they're actually should be leading the NFC West right now, if I'm not mistaken on that. Let's look at the NFL standings, and oh, yes, they are. They're the only team right now with the winning record. Yours truly, Brock Purdy's team sucks. And I want to talk.
You almost have nobody on offense anymore.
And we'll get to talk a little bit about but okay.
And he's still the second leading passer in the NFL.
Yeah, and his record's horrible, and they're going to pay him big money. It's just going to be a anyway. We'll talk about quarterbacks that I think are trash here in a little bit, but let's go back to.
I don't even know what we got to talk about here.
No, let's go back to the scoreboard as far as
Mike Tomlin never get canned.
As far as who also impressed, I thought the Lions obviously
beating the previously undefeated. Vikings.
Yeah, and I thought the Vikings played well too. But I think if you look at the Lions, I mean, Jared Goff 22-25. I mean, nut stats number. Finally, Gibbs gets in 15 carries, 116-yard, 2 touchdowns.
Of
course, Almiron. He did. He come back though.
Did he come back?
St. Brown 8 receptions, 112 yards. They are, in my opinion, the best offense in the NFL.
They really are.
And
you talk shit
and
on
it's not
Goff.
the Chiefs.
And you've talked shit on Goff.
I have a little bit.
A little bit.
I have a little bit.
It's taking a lot. You've talked a lot of bit about Goff.
Well, I mean,
being trash.
He did take his team to the Super Bowl, and then they fired him, which is crazy to think. But the guy that replaced him won a Super Bowl. So, I mean, he didn't get it done.
Baker took the Browns to the playoffs, and they fired him.
Very true.
I mean,
And who's looking at tied for most touchdowns in the NFL right now, Baker, and he's still got tonight to play. Oh, no, he just exceeded that because he's already thrown one.
And
so he's leading the NFL.
Let's not forget Watson tore his Achilles out now. So there's
– well, no,
can they move on from that money?
Move on down. No, they can't.
If he doesn't pass
also, I thought I thought the Commanders still looked. I know it's the Panthers, but even with Daniels going out, and he looks week to week, not day to day, week to week for Jalen Daniels.
Yeah, I don't know.
Had a rib injury there.
Like I said, I slept.
And I also thought the Cowboys did really well this week because they didn't lose, so they were on their bye week. So congratulations, Dallas, America's team. You didn't screw everything up.
I slept through Sunday. Well, ish. I was dying. So.
Now let's talk about the teams that disappointed. The teams that disappointed, obviously. The Giants, Daniel Jones benched.
That's always a disappointment.
Obviously, again. I also thought that the Colts, even though they beat the Dolphins, 10 of 24 for Richardson.
16 of 10 should have been more.
Looks like Tua's practicing. Tua's back to practice this week, so it looks like he potentially could start next week. But I thought the biggest disappointment was C.J. Stroud and the Texans.
I told you about Nico Collins. He is just.
It looks bad. Packers beat him. Now, I've got the love affair, and I've been screaming this from the high tops that Jordan Love
and you will never shut up.
is the guy. Now, Zach had he had one bad game early in this year. Zach said, oh, God, you paid him early. No, you paid him at the right time. 24-33, 220 yards, 3 touchdowns. And with a relatively not great running back, I mean, is there really a good running back? I mean, what's Josh Jacobs done? I thought Aaron Jones was better than Josh Jacobs.
For that offense, he was, but he was always injured.
And Aaron Jones killing it on at Minnesota. So that was the one.
Two was one more hit away from being out again.
No, I don't think so. I think he's going to keep playing. So
he's one more hit from being out again.
We said that last time. We said that the time before. The guy takes more hits than a teenage boy in a high school bathroom. It's just going on and on.
What is that?
It was kind of a hit joke, marijuana, whatever.
Nobody smokes weed in the bathroom, Kenny.
They don't? They vape now, don't they? Hits on a vape. It's a vape. It's a vape thing.
No, we smoke outside in the parking lot.
That's exactly. The vapes are in the bathroom.
I don't know what the teenage boys do in the bathroom. Apparently you do.
Vape. Anyway,
taking hits.
But no, and also the other disappointment, obviously, I thought the Bills just played very average in the first half, and they're the team that should be getting up there to be that team that looks.
Well, you got to remember. Their spread was 9. So.
They did score a lot at the end, but I thought the first half performance.
Josh Allen's Josh Allen. He's always going to do that.
Yet, you say that all the time, but you've got like one or two. You got a tight end on the Bills, and you've got a wide receiver on the Bills on your fantasy. So you've had to have some love for that Josh Allen.
And I helped, but then watching him, he's Josh Allening again. Like, what was his rushing for that game? Because I remember the beginning of the game.
Well, okay, so as you looked up the rushing for that, we go back to the NFC Central. You look at the Vikings 5-1, Detroit 5-1.
Oh, he had 3 carries for 1 yard, so that means that he got knocked back.
Chicago, 21-33 is not bad numbers at all. No turnovers. You're giving him shit, and the guy played okay. I just thought the team was kind of lame coming out of the. And I think that even though they have Brooks, I think that
there's a turnover. DeMar Hamlin got an interception.
No, I'm talking about he did not throw a turnover. That's his problem. And plus, they were starting Mason Rudolph, and his stats were very pedestrian. As he is a pedestrian quarterback, that's going to be.
Josh Allen's better than Kaepernick.
That is definitely a team that's going to be drafting a quarterback this year. The Will Levis experience is done, and they're drafting a quarterback. This year.
The guy's got
and how bad though? But I mean, how bad though is
the guy's got great arms. But decision making.
What kind of quarterback class is there?
Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders.
Oh,
Cam
you're talking.
Ward. No, you asked what quarterbacks were.
Trash.
You asked me what quarterbacks are coming up.
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
don't bitch at me about it. I'm just naming off the quarterbacks that are coming up.
What would you draft? I mean, Shedeur Sanders is the only quarterback I would draft in the first round.
He's trash too.
You said that about Caleb Williams, and look at him. He's excelling like I said he would.
Caleb Williams is still trash.
No, you're biased. You got a bad biased opinion on quarterbacks you just don't like, and Shedeur Sanders is by far the best quarterback in the draft.
I never said that he was bad. Travis Hunter's better.
I said quarterback. He's not a quarterback.
But he's still better.
No. I would draft him first too if I didn't need a quarterback.
And hey, would you not take Alston Gentry?
I wouldn't take a single quarterback in this whole draft
that's
until
what I'm
after the
saying.
third round.
That's what I'm saying. Would you not take Gentry first, the running back?
No, I'm saying teams that need a quarterback. They're going to be up there.
Well, I know they're going to
and
be a
they
quarterback.
get desperate.
But what you still got Levis, and why not get a running in? Because you
Well, I don't think
have,
they're going to have the number one
you
pick.
you let Henry go, so that took away a big part of your offense.
More than likely, the number one pick is going to be looking at the Giants, the Panthers again. They're going to be looking for a quarterback. The Patriots, they ain't taking a quarterback. Drake May, I don't give a shit what anybody says, looks pretty good. And the Raiders and Browns, and the Titans. So the Browns are going to be looking for a quarterback as well. So, but anyway,
the Browns are already looking for a quarterback.
Correct, they are. They've been looking for him before he went down.
And that's what I'm saying. That's probably where Shador will end up going because the Browns will trade the house for a first-round pick.
We think about New York. They're 2 wins. Patriots or New York, that's a big market team. And then,
But the Patriots are sitting on Drake May, and they're not going to take a quarterback.
But you could trade that. But you could trade that.
You could.
And so you trade it to a big market team that they know that he'll want to get drafted by. And that's going to be interesting because that's what the Patriots should do, as the Browns are probably going to do too.
Here's the thing. Joe Flacco's still out there?
As a backup.
As a backup, but he's still out there playing at the age of 40.
Richardson won. Can we say that that's something we probably missed on a little bit? Are you ready to make that call or not?
What?
That we missed on the Richardson pick?
We did.
Missed on the Levis pick, probably. We kind of liked him,
We
too.
did. We did. We had isn't Vandergrift in this last year, too?
Vandergrift is who you talking about, the college kid at Kentucky?
Kentucky's. Isn't his?
This is his. Yeah, he'll go to the draft if he wants to.
The draft.
Yeah, if he wants to. I'm not picking him either.
Well, I know, but I'm looking at quarterbacks that are going to be coming out in the draft.
Also, currently riding pretty high on my prediction for the last 3 years of Joe Burrow's not going back to the Super Bowl with the Bengals. Looking good. Just letting you know. 3-4. And hey,
the Browns.
and and one thing we might have missed on a little bit is those Steelers. They're looking better than we anticipated because I think we had them as a loss on this one.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. So they're 5-2. They're getting ahead of our 8-9.
It's on that.
It's okay if you see it, but Tua coming back should help. Can we give, as we're talking about quarterbacks, could we give Tua a little credit because everyone that's whining in their fantasy teams that have Waddle and Tyreek Hill are just not killing it? Yet when Tua's throwing up all kinds of numbers and they were sitting there going, Tua's pretty mid. You said that. I have not. He looks a little better.
Tua can't take a damn hit.
No, I'm saying, but statistic-wise, team-wise.
And he's an Islander. Those Islanders are supposed to have hard heads.
They're trash right now without him, and when he's there, they're 10, 11 wins. So...
Right, but he's an Islander. He's supposed to have a hard head. That's the whole thing about those Islanders.
Could be a perception. I don't know.
And yet you look at Troy Aikman and Steve Young, and those two took how many hits?
That was before hits were
Super Bowls?
cool to talk about.
Still won Super Bowls? So, you tell me. Kid's got a soft head.
Purdy, Hurts, Lawrence.
Okay, what about Purdy?
Levis, Watson.
You're just reading off something. What are you talking about?
No, I was looking at the quarterbacks I wrote down. Who is that guy? Who would that guy be?
Who?
Who is this? Lindermoo. My
That's
writing
Richardson.
Yes, Richardson. Thank you. And Richardson.
How is it that I can read your
I have
garbage?
the sloppiest writing. I'm sorry. So I was taking notes, and I was just thinking of NFL teams that just aren't any good. And then you look at the draft coming up, there's so many more going to be drafted that just aren't any good. Flacco is 112, and he's probably the top 15 quarterback. Look at what Baker Mayfield's done. Calling cow turd, trashing him constantly, all this shit. He's not a first-round pick, blah, 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 blah. He's in the race for the MVP. Look at this. It's those guys that fit the right system, and some get to the wrong system. And Baker's had, let's say he's been in the league for 6 years, 7 years. He's had the same amount of offensive coordinators. And he still continues.
Well, you got to talk about him and Darnold sit with each other in Carolina.
Darnold, that's another one. That's a guy that you would probably. Would you take
Richardson over?
Would you take Richardson over Darnold? Nah, you wouldn't. Would you take Watson over Darnold? Nah. And I was so wrong on him.
I would take Richardson over Darnold.
Would you take Levis over Darnold? No, you wouldn't. No.
Not right
No.
now.
You wouldn't take. You wouldn't take Hurts. You might take Hurts. You probably would. You definitely take Purdy. But I mean, it's just trash quarterback after trash quarterback. And you also have to think. You also have to think about the teams. I mean, look at Purdy when he had everything given to him. He had the best team on paper, and he did okay. Never went. He went to the Super Bowl once, didn't win it.
That was his second year.
Okay.
He went to the playoffs.
Now what's he
in his
doing
first
now?
year.
People are hurt. He ain't any good
He's still the leading passer.
because everyone's hurt now. How convenient.
Yeah, so you have 0 run game. Okay. If we look at who did they play?
Steelers played the Jets.
We should be Pittsburgh, New York Jets. Yeah, we both had them winning that game.
Oh, well, good. So we're on track.
Oh wait, no, we had
bad.
them losing that game. Well, I'm on this side, not that
Okay,
side. This
gotcha,
side.
gotcha. Oh, because it's over that way.
Okay, so we have our first one wrong out of how many games?
I don't know. 8-9 still our prediction.
So we're week 7, and we've gotten our first.
Let's
one
look at
wrong.
Tampa tonight. Tampa and Baltimore, we both have them losing, right?
Yes,
Is that
we
what
have
that
Tampa
means?
losing.
Okay, so and then San Diego plays. That's getting
Chargers.
ready to cook. That's getting ready to kick off.
Oh, they're playing.
here
They're playing Arizona.
in about 30 minutes, and we probably had San Diego winning that.
We have Arizona winning that.
Okay, is that the LL right there?
LAC,
Yeah, I got you.
2 W's.
Well, I think this is probably going to happen because James Conner's going to go nuts. My fantasy team's going to be first place still. How you looking, Sean? About 10th,
I
11th?
don't know. I'm all injured.
No, I know it.
I'll put your picture up over there. So
I saw
start
that.
losing. Put your fat head over there.
All right. Anything else on the NFL? Right now, we got an update on the score. We got 10-0 Buccaneers.
Into the first.
Getting ready to end the first. Looks like 1st and 10. Baltimore's got the ball 1st and 10. And then, obviously, San Diego is not kicked off yet. That's going to be at the Cardinals. Cardinals kind of in a must-win situation tonight. On ESPN Plus, Chargers favored by 1. Over-under's 44. Look for that to go over. It's my prediction tonight. All right. Anything else on NFL? You know, it's becoming as our college teams just labor.
Right now,
The NFL is becoming more interesting as far as, and it always has been, is the
I do know that right now everybody is
not mediocrity,
People
but
are taking bets on all 4 of the NFC North teams to make it into the playoffs.
and it's possible.
It is.
It's possible to get them in because since it's switched formats, they can get in.
Right.
So
Well, this is the current playoff picture. Detroit is setting at number 1. The Commanders are setting at number 2.
correct.
Tampa is number 3, and Seattle is setting at number 4, with Minnesota, Green Bay, and Chicago taking
Correct.
up the next 3 spots.
That's correct. That is correct. Because
So-
you get the first round bye, then you take the winners of each division, which is also the first round bye. So that's
Right,
4.
so this is the top
and you
4.
get essentially 3 wild cards.
Yeah, so
And right now it is all the NFC Central. And we talked about that could be
Kenny doesn't treat me this way. I'm just sick, and I don't care about fighting.
that could be
He's a moron.
that could be we talked about that being one of the toughest. We also thought the NFC North, or I'm sorry, the
AFC
North
North
was going to be the other tough one. And essentially the Browns were, which we talked about the Browns last year, all the close wins. They had a winning record,
Right,
snuck
but
in
they
the
also
playoffs.
had Joe Flacco.
Correct, and that hurt them worse. And the Browns are, looking at Shadur Sanders, and well, won't that be
And right
funny?
now on the AFC side, it's Kansas City, Houston, Pittsburgh, and Buffalo sitting
Sure.
in the top 4 positions, with Baltimore, Chargers, and the Colts sitting in the next.
Hey,
3.
another credit we need to give to is the Broncos, and I can't stand the Broncos.
I know.
But you got to give them a little credit.
We
Sean
dogged
Payton,
on
4-3.
them. We dogged on them. We
Knicks-
expected Bo Nix to have a
Now
terrible.
we did. We talked about the defense would be pretty good. Would be all right. It was
yeah.
pretty good last year. Quarterback play was horrible. Then you get Nix in, rookie, and he has impressed.
Oh, the Commanders can.
He
can
has
maintain.
he has impressed. He has impressed. As far as comment from fan, if Jaden Daniels comes back, we had them going 8 or 9 wins over here. That was kind of our surprise. There we go, 6.5. We had them going over.
Yeah, we had Washington on the.
We actually had Washington almost making the playoffs, and I don't think we snuck them in. I because we had Dallas and the Eagles both.
I might have actually had them in. Hold on.
You
There
might.
is a piece of paper. Fuck, it might be in my other bag.
Either
I
way,
don't
we'll
think I put it in.
pull that up later when we talk about
No,
that. So anything else on the NFL?
I've got nothing.
It's the same. It's the same. They're all them guys at the bottom is kind of
Jacksonville is a heavy surprise for. They've just gone downhill since they made it to the playoffs. And
we picked them for the over this year, but I also said Trevor Lawrence is trash.
Yeah, no, you've always hated Trevor Lawrence, and I
didn't hate him.
Didn't
I
really
just
care.
I just,
No, you've always talked about his weird
I just
hair
thought
and
I thought
beautiful face.
I thought Brent Venables' defenses carried those championship
his
Clemson teams.
beautiful face. You always love that. Raiders being at 2-5 is no surprise. Dolphins definitely should have been a little higher.
Well,
Cincinnati-
Tua's coming back, could be higher.
Cincinnati always starts slow.
Not this slow this year.
No,
It's-
they've
it-
been
it-
0-3,
no.
0-4 the last.
Yeah, once they made the playoffs. This isn't happening this year. 3-4.
But yes, Denver's a surprise. New England, no. Well, we knew they were trash. The NFC side, Carolina, New York Giants. I had a little more hope for the Saints, but they've just gone.
Well, you got look at the Bengals real quick. Just talking about them, they play the Raiders, Chargers, Cowboys, Browns. Oh, hold on, back up. Let me back that up. It's going to be Raiders, Ravens, Chargers, Steelers, Cowboys, Titans, Browns, Broncos,
Why are
Steelers.
you missing that Eagles game?
Right there.
Missing that Eagles game.
I said it.
No, you didn't. You said Raiders.
Oh, no, I went backwards. Oh no, that is this week. Yeah, I missed that one.
Yeah.
I did. I didn't go far.
This coming week is.
Yeah.
is
Not making the playoffs. No. And you talk about is the defense? You're going to talk about a defensive coordinator get fired probably.
Yeah.
And you're going to talk about.
Didn't they just bring in an offensive coordinator?
Why don't you no? What? Well, no. What? Brian Callahan went to Tennessee, but Zach Taylor's been calling the plays the whole time anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I know, but you're still going to bring that up.
It's the Joe Burrow, and I got Jamar Chase on my fantasy league,
You got two.
and he's got good numbers. It really is a defensive problem. Take 1 round through 7 and draft defense. That's what you got to do
They're not
sometimes.
going to do that.
No, they're not, because you got an offensive coach.
They're going to try to get a running back in there. They're going to try to get.
Well, we've already talked about Joe Mixon. That was big. That was big screw up by them. Period.
I don't understand what they were thinking letting him go.
Thinking they can bring in somebody cheaper because they got to pay, I don't know, Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, a little pissy. You see all the yeah. So they needed some money, honey. And Joe Mixon deserves it. I mean, Joe Mixon actually is the offensive star right now of the Texans. I mean, he carried him in that last game, and they still lost because I thought Stroud played just horrific. And he's been off all year. Even with the Nico in there, he's still not been electric like last year.
That was that Bears game, and the Bears had a better defense. That was the one game that I thought that was off for them with having Nico in.
Baltimore just scored.
Was the fact that it was against the Bears defense, and we were trying to gauge how good the Bears defense was going to be.
Well, the Bears defense was good last year.
And I know, but they're better this year.
For sure. That's why they're my fantasy #1 defense.
And that's why they brought in
had to play the Browns this week. Fuck up that was.
and they played if our offense had been better, we should have won that Houston game. Unfortunately.
Last year.
This year.
Yeah. Oh, this year.
This year. We
that's right. They did play. That's right.
We should have won that Houston game, but we lost by 2 points.
Yeah, but it was early. I mean, you look at Caleb Williams. He's much improved. The wide receivers are coming into their own. You guys, we
had a calling number, but I let it lapse.
Swift's we'll have that coming back, though. The calling number is coming back because we've got multiple people ready to call in during football season.
It's news to me.
We'll have. Well, I've got multiples. We got insiders everywhere that we're bringing in. But anyway, all right. Anything else? Oh, let's look at Sean. You pull up this week's schedule. I kind of want to look at the games this week. Let's do a little preview of the NFL. See what's some tasty, maybe some tasty bets, maybe some tasty games.
Oh, I know. We should have made it on that 3-leg.
Yeah, but that fourth one would have just knocked us out. All right, early
Thursday
game.
Night, Minnesota, LA.
Interesting. I like that actually.
Too
Minnesota's
high on the
favored. Then you got the early games: Philadelphia at Cincy, Baltimore, Cleveland,
That's an under.
Tennessee at Detroit, Arizona, Miami. There's not any very good games. There's the Atlanta, Tampa. That should be prime time. Atlanta always causes fits.
Do you
to
think
Tampa.
you
It's a
think
division
Kansas
game.
City's going to go into Vegas and blow it?
You know, there's been. It's funny you brought that up. I was listening to one national syndicated radio
No, it's fine.
today,
I'm taking you off.
and so they were actually talking about this could be the one upset, and I giggled. It's not going to happen. Vegas is horrible,
This right here, the over.
horrible, horrible, and horrible. It's a little low.
I know, but their one game is being trash and beating Kansas City.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. One other good game on the best 3:00 game I see is Buffalo at Seattle. That's going to be a good game. It's going to be close. But let's go to the night game on Sunday night, the big prime time.
That's right there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Dallas
at San Francisco. Two average quarterbacks needing a win. What to do?
See, Dallas has no run game. San Francisco's offense is totally injured. I don't think they're going to hit the 46.
So that's going to be the excuse for San Francisco.
I don't think they're going to hit the 46.
You got CMC obviously hurt. Then
well, hold on now. You want to talk about
for the year?
Debo's
got the poops.
You want to talk about one of the late games at Chicago, Washington? They got the over/under at 44.5.
Only because that Daniels is out. Even though I thought
Well, you said
Mariota
he's
played.
week. What did he go out with?
It's a rib injury, week to week. Didn't say day to day, week to week, which concerns me. I think they pull him out of this game. I just do. I don't think he plays.
You think they keep him out?
Yeah, I think they keep him out. That's why the line's good. It's at home. The Bears have a pretty good defense. You might just. I hate to. No one's going to say take the loss, but you might. And Commanders' defense is a little improving. Chicago wins that game, so. And Chicago's potentially for real. I mean, because I liked their defense last year.
Monday night
and then you got the Monday night game trash. So anyway, yeah. I mean, and now we did get a flex this week. Seattle flexed. Seattle flexed to 3:00, I think.
Did they?
Yes, I think it was. Hold on, let me see if I could, because I read that and I was like, because I think this is the first year. Oh, sorry, it's week 9. Jaguars Eagles get bumped out of
That's not going anywhere.
The Sunday night game, and which is interesting, they moved the Colts and Vikings to the Sunday night football, bumped out the Jags and Eagles, which tells you about two trash quarterbacks that I've got on my list right here. Yeah.
You keep calling him a trash quarterback, but he keeps winning.
Who?
Hurts.
What's their record? Let me go back to the standings. Let's see here. 4-2. Yeah. Okay.
Still winning.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but they're still winning.
4-2. We'll see. That coach will be fired at the end of the year.
Sirianni?
Yep.
You want to know what's funny is the NFC North, everybody's positive in the differentials. There's no
It's the best conference in the league.
It is now all
or
of
best
a sudden.
division, I'm sorry.
But, yeah, they're the only ones with all positive differentials.
I think they all get in, to be honest. The Falcons could sneak up in there, and the Eagles. That'd be the two that would throw that off a little bit.
Well, you're going to be looking at
Eagles
games.
or Commanders. If Jalen Daniels didn't come back, then you're going to see some
I'm going to
drops.
say that every one of these games between these four teams are going to be close with a 3-point,
for sure,
3 to 5 point, differential.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
Big games. Let's go to college. Do we want to talk baseball? Yeah. Boring.
Yeah, let's go see what's happening in the MLB.
Yes, let's do. Shall we?
I don't know why I went off that.
So exciting. We'll give you a quick 3 minutes of MLB bullshit.
I don't know. He's crying. He's hurt. He's hurting bad. Where's it at? Oh, MLB scores right now. Let's go see. So on Friday starts the World Series between the Yankees and the Dodgers.
And I promise you, the only people that are watching the World Series is people in New York or in LA. So
well, I'm not watching it. I don't care.
It's trash.
Sunday's game, the Dodgers beat the Mets 10-5.
It's nothing.
After the Mets took it to the Dodgers, they blew their wad and just.
Well, the Mets give up like 40-something runs in that series. It was pretty crazy.
It
they
was
need
bad.
some pitching help. And as far as the Indians go, finished 92-69. Great year for us. Made the Final Four. 21st lowest payroll in the league.
He's going to pull out every excuse he can for why they were trash.
Mets #1 payroll, Dodgers #2, Yankees #3. Do you realize that the payrolls of those three teams?
Who cares?
It matters. It almost tripled.
Why does it matter? Remember when the A's had the lowest? And
They didn't win shit. They didn't win. No, they didn't. They didn't win it. They didn't win it.
They didn't win it.
They didn't win it.
They didn't win it.
No, they didn't win it. No, look it up. They didn't. It wasn't the lowest. Wasn't the lowest.
With the Moneyball?
They played Moneyball. They got to the playoffs. That's what made it so great. It's like, holy shit,
they
we
made it to the
We met
playoffs.
7. So did the Indians. 21st low. The only lower payroll was the Detroit Tigers, and they're going to spend more next year. They were like 23 or 24. Listen, it's the problem with baseball because no one likes the rich getting richer. I promise you this. When you watch sports, that's why every other league has a salary
more
cap.
Yankee fans and more Dodgers fans than anybody else.
Well, no, I mean that's what money buys you. And then you turn around, you look at basketball. They give you the luxury tax, so you can buy you a championship in basketball if your owner's willing to pay it. Hence the Golden State Warriors. That's been proven that they do that. Because the luxury tax is huge. If you want to have something that everyone's going to want to watch evenly and enjoy it, small market teams can't be considered small market teams, or it just doesn't matter anymore. If you have the same people that's going to win it every year, why watch the regular season? There's no point in it. You just wait, and that's what baseball people do now. I watch more baseball in the playoffs than I ever do in the regular season. Why? Because it don't fucking matter.
Because we don't go to the games.
No, it's not even that. It just doesn't matter. There's 162 of them. It's too many.
If we had the money, to go to games, I'd go to games.
But then you've got the higher fed programs and that's why football, the NFL, is every week you can watch an NFL game and the potential underdog could win. Period. That's what makes NFL the best.
I would love to go to Drillers games, but we didn't make any this year. And I don't think they made it to the. They didn't make it to the playoffs this year.
No, they weren't any good either.
But
they were an even market team.
But I mean, at least the Mets put up 2 wins.
Okay, cool. I mean, that's good.
You guys got 1 win.
Okay.
Being interrupted by a
What?
child.
Okay, come over here.
What happened?
We've got a leg issue with a Lego.
We have ladies and gentlemen, we have a Lego leg issue.
Let's grab that.
Yep.
So,
he's got the same hands as his dad.
So, here we go.
So,
no,
yeah,
it was disappointing that the Guardians had chances in 2 of those games to win it, and they give up homers to the guy that's 2, 3, and 4 in that order, or 2, 3, or maybe 3, 4, and 5. Maybe with the best money that they can spend. It's frustrating as a small market fan.
No, what happens is they let your guys
and the same
get
as
build up, and then they come in and they pay them more money and they take them away.
Yeah, because they're better.
Bartola Colon?
Well, what we do is we work harder, and then they just spend more money to grab everybody else. Yeah. That's why baseball no one watches. It's a dying sport. Old people watch it because they have some history.
I'm not gonna lie.
Baseball, huh?
I'm not gonna lie that it's dying.
It's dying.
It is.
It's done, and that's why. And they can't figure that out because they want these big market teams that have this history to keep winning it, and no one cares. It's what turns everybody off.
When did they get rid of the?
I mean, the Royals were a great story in 15.
Up. Jesus fucking
Well,
Christ.
waiting on your. When were they?
Trying, but you fucking just keep talking. You just keep jabbering on.
Go, I'm waiting.
When did they get rid of the salary cap?
They've never had one.
I thought they had one in the 90s.
No. Now it's a
80s.
punishment. Now it's a punishment. So what these small market teams do is if they don't spend enough, then all these big market teams, they do this revenue sharing. And then all of a sudden the Tampa Bay Rays get this check for like $4 billion. And they're like, oh, cool. Or the Athletics is another perfect example. They get a check for doing jack shit.
Well,
and so when you're a fan, you're fucked.
I remember that the Brewers, the MLB commissioner, he ended up giving it to his daughter because
so he could be the commissioner.
While he was the commissioner, he gave it to his daughter.
Yeah, and then they would grab checks because they spent so low and then they would trade. And,
I don't know
I mean,
who
that's
owns-
that. It's like it pays to lose in the MLB, and then the rich get richer. It's why it's a dying sport. They've tried to speed it up, and they think that's the problem. Oh no, that's not the
Yeah,
problem.
was there no pitch count or
There
clock?
is. There's a clock.
Was
Oh,
there no
yeah.
clock?
Oh,
this-
yeah. There's a
Remember,
clock.
because it was the big thing at the beginning of the season.
Now it's a tiny clock, and it's always there.
I know, but it was a big thing at the beginning of the season. The batting clock and the pitch clock.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they played nothing into the end of the season. Like you saw it at the beginning of the season. People fucking around.
Well, I think
the
everybody
clock,
got with it, though. I mean, they
people
just got,
messing
they
around
got,
the clock,
they got
and then you
used to it.
saw nothing happen at the end of the season.
I don't know. It's a dying sport for the wrong reasons. And it's because of money, and
Well,
nobody figures it
They've tried
out.
to speed up every sport. You know, they tried to speed hockey up. They've tried to speed football up. They've tried to speed basketball up.
Hockey's. Always give you my opinion about hockey. Hockey's got weird rules some people can't understand unless they really focus on it, and it's tough because it's a fast sport to watch. Baseball is a slow sport.
Well, they
to
took
watch.
fighting out of it to speed it
Well,
up.
no,
and
but
it's
hold
like
on.
You can't.
But baseball is a slow sport to watch. But you also know it's kind of like Tulsa football. They're going into this season and they ain't making the playoffs.
We
But you've given them hope with the 12 team because look now, you've got Indiana, Iowa State, all these rando teams that's getting a shot. Some of these baseball teams, you ain't getting nothing. Now, kudos to baseball for one fucking thing, and that's getting rid of that stupid one-game playoff bullshit.
Oh yeah, the
That was dumb. You don't play 162
Play an
games
extra
to play
game.
one to lose, or to say on your
Basketball
record,
still
or
does
to
it.
get a bonus
But
or
basketball
something
still
like
does
that.
it.
No, it's not a one game. They do a
basketball doesn't win.
no. It's a weird. Are you talking about college? Because that's always
No,
one game.
NBA.
No, NBA does this weird 8, 9, 7, 8.
It's
or
8,
7.
9.
Yeah, 8.
The last two teams play each other to get
No,
in.
I'm sorry. It's 7 to 10 and 8, 9.
Oh, they
They
play
do
each
like
other,
a
then they
best
play each
of
other
3 or
again
something. I don't
to
know.
get in.
Yeah.
But they still don't need to do that. I mean, why?
That's not as bad. It gets more people involved. That's what's great. Baseball at that time didn't. They just said it's a one game, but whatever. All long as it's money, baby. And look at the two biggest markets are in the World Series again.
Well, you got to talk.
You know,
about,
now the
you gotta
Yankees
bring
are-
up All-Star games.
now-
All-Star games are meaningless.
Well, no, now
now.
they are. But now I think all All-Stars should be done. All games. It's trash.
The only way, like I said, the only way to fix the NFL.
I kind of like the NFL so this year just because it was a kind of a
No,
fun
it's
game.
trash.
No,
Fuck that.
there was
I don't
nothing.
care.
It was just
I
fun.
don't care.
It was
I
just
don't
fun.
care about them playing
You don't
flag.
have to watch it.
I don't care about them playing flag football and getting
We're
paid
not going to
millions
watch.
of
You're not
dollars.
watching another deal because I mean
I'm
everything.
not
is,
watching it anyways.
Well, that's fine, but
I want them to go back to playing the college All-Stars. I want the NFL All-Stars to play the college All-Stars.
yeah, no, that's never going to happen. Too many injuries.
Oh, of course, because those guys are how much money?
Exactly. That's right. Let's move on. We're way long in this. Way too much baseball talk, that's for sure. Hey, good luck, Dodgers, Yankees. Hope you guys win it all. Yay. All right, Tampa Bay, second goal to Baltimore,
Why
3.
Is this the main
Because they are the main teams. That's a big game. Then you've got two.
No, the Chargers. I'm trying to figure out
Oh,
why
no.
that's there and it's not there for them. Why the Buccaneers, Ravens are not. So it's 10-7, Buccaneers driving. Oh,
Must have
something
turned
just
the
happened.
ball over
Something
then.
just happened in
Wow.
that game, and Baltimore's got the ball back. Arizona, LA Chargers are still 0-0, starting at 12:50 in the first. College, I don't know to say. We can actually lump these two games for Oklahoma together, if you want, because it was literally the same result.
Baker Mayfield threw a pick. Boy, that's the
Zero
one fucking
offense.
thing he does every time is throw a bad pick. God damn.
Oklahoma in both the
Excuse my-
Texas
there we
and
go.
the
Okay.
South Carolina.
Hold on, timeout. There we go.
Oh, right there in the end zone, too.
And there we go.
So
Humphreys
I'm
was
just gonna lump the South Carolina and the Texas game together.
Well, that's a big lump.
No, it's not. They both had zero offense. Both games, Oklahoma had zero offense.
Oh, you're talking about OU. I thought you
Yeah.
meant South Carolina and Texas game.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Are we really talking about that? Do we really need to talk about OU football?
Well, we're going to the game. We're going to the Ole Miss game.
We'll talk about that later, but I mean, I'm talking a replay.
Going to gouge my eyes out if I see two tight end sets for OU again. What does that mean? They're running?
Well, we're going to get the master recruiter of tight ends, Joe John Finley, calling plays. Hey, listen. Venables, is the coach that needs to be the coach right now. He's turned around the defense. Our program was shambles when he took over. The defense is night and day. The defense cannot continue to be on the field.
The offense is night and day.
Also, we'll get to that here in a minute. But
the offense is lacking.
I agree. But listen, OU outgained South Carolina in yards. Time of possession was close. But you look at the fumbles, the interceptions.
The untimely interception.
No, I mean,
turned into a pick six.
That's what I'm saying. Yards per play were pretty alike. Passing yards were greater. The defense is doing what it should be doing. Yeah. And that's why we're building to that.
The defense has been on the field way too long, but they're still holding these teams to at least under 40. I say that.
I think that. I think when you look at the South Carolina game, I think that they gave up one touchdown on when it got to that they had to start on the opposite field. Opposite field.
Yeah.
When they had to start on their own, the offense give up.
Well, you see right there, we gave up 14 points
to them. Yeah.
After that 21
so Seth Luttrell's fired. Yay! We've already talked about this, or we've talked about it amongst ourselves. We haven't talked about it here. It was an obvious thing. I think Venables, the pressure's getting to him. Now firing him right now bought him another year. He gets next year and the year after. That's pretty simple. You hold on to him and you bring Joe John back and him. Next year was his last year and possible half-year fire. Buyouts, $45 million or something. I don't give a shit about that. Venables is the right guy. Here's the problem, though. You fire Venables, he's going to go to a team and be a DC that's going to beat your ass eventually.
Yes.
That's the problem. So stop talking about that. Because you just need to let that guy make a decision. Stoops went through this shit about the mid-2010s, 12s, hiring friends. Heupel was gone. The James Kittle hire. A lot of bullshit in there.
Don't forget about Kittle.
Yeah. So what you need to do is now he's going to go outside the program. He's going to bring in a guy that's going to run the offense for 1 year. And then the next year, he might say, listen, Bedenbow, don't really like. He needs to go. Which I've claimed, there's been everybody that's been on my ass about that. So this guy needs to take some heat for having the shittiest position on the team. The offensive line is the worst position. He has been there before Venables. Don't blame it on he just got there, his recruiting, yada, yada, yada. No, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying people. They love this guy. He puts a few people in the NFL every once in a while. You got Creed. He's from Shawnee. Hello. He's coming to OU. He wants to come. They bring that. The Guyton, yes, great. That's great. And then the guy from Tennessee that he transferred, great. The guy doesn't recruit the greatest. That's my opinion. He can develop someone, yes. This O-line is the worst that we've had in a long fucking time. And he gets a free pass for some reason and everyone else gets blamed. I'm going to tell you this. I would fire, Joe John right now is going to have a, 5-game test run?
Yeah.
And it's going to be a bad test run because the Bedenball's got a shitty O-line. And why aren't we playing Mitchell at tight end? I don't understand that either. He was supposed to be some big-ass recruit. Doesn't matter. They're shit also. Just put the guy in.
We had the wide
Sharp's
receiver
not
for
good.
OU.
No, just Sharp's not good. Just put the tight end in. If that freshman is got anything, just let him play. It can't be any worse. Just put everybody in and let them play. Let them play. Now, the defense is already doing that. The defense is young. And that's what's
like shit.
And that's what's how much has he played? 1 game. That's the deal. The defense has done it. They put the youngsters in. Now the offense is all backing up, going, well, let's use all these transfer portal. If I'm going to North Texas or community colleges to get, and I know, and don't give me this whole, yes, some of them had come from community colleges in the NFL. That's great, cool.
We've been doing JUCO forever.
I know, but I mean, if you're doing transfer portals, you need to be. Are you getting up? Or are you just grabbing the trash below that just wants another deal? You know what I mean? That's the deal. You should.
There is a
if
whole.
If you're a developer, if Bedenbaugh's a developer, he needs to be recruiting to develop.
There is a whole scale of position players in the portal. And we need to go for those higher position players.
Oh, we tried. And they'll say, oh, we tried, but we missed out. And it was the Neal. And hey, listen, there's no coincidence. I've told you this. I've told it every show. There's no coincidence that when money got involved legally that Texas became a powerhouse. Even though we'll talk about them in a minute. But powerhouse. So anyway, that's what we thought.
$250,000 for throwing trash on the field?
No, I'm just it is what it is. And we don't have the Neal money. We're going to have to develop. And Venables needs to sit back and go, okay, you got DeMarco Murray, OU.
He's your running back coach.
Joe John Finley, OU. Luttrell was OU. Beadenball was a carryover from OU. They fired Kel Gundy. He was probably one of the best ones they should have kept.
And we can bring
that
him,
guy's
we
coming.
should be able to
No,
bring him back.
OSU's going to bring him back. He's going to get a job soon.
He's not going to go work for his brother. He should come back to OU.
And let's, made a mistake. We all make stupid
he's
mistakes.
been
Let's
gone for
move
2
on.
years, he can come back.
But I don't think that's going to happen. What Venables now the Johns guy?
He was the guy developing our wide receivers.
But I like Emmett Jones. I think that's the one offensive guy I think is the best.
I get that.
He did running backs too. He does it all. As far as
Kel was a guy that was there that developed a lot.
Kel
of these
should have been the
guys.
quarterback coach, and then you bring in an OC to call the plays. Period.
That's what I'm saying. Kel did great for us. We
Yes.
had really good years while Kel was there, and then we'd get rid of Kel because he made a mistake. And you see what happened to 2 running backs, 2 quarterbacks, 2 wide receivers without Kel being there. Kel never wanted to be the guy. He never wanted to be the offensive coordinator. He never wanted to be. He was
happy where he was at
happy
because he's
where
an
he
OU
was,
guy.
And we had really good position players on offense.
And by the way, Emmett Jones isn't suspect when you got 5 wide receivers. I think out.
5 wide. Oh.
Yeah. I think we need to give him a break a little bit, as far as that goes.
I would say he's suspect on strength
no,
and
he's
conditioning.
not. No, that's not his job.
Yeah,
That's
conditioning is his job.
No, it's
as well.
not. That's not what we do. Conditioning.
He should be.
He's not the condition coach.
He should still be helping with the conditioning.
No. There's injuries. It's fluke injuries. That doesn't mean injuries happen when you're conditioned or not. Doesn't mean you're unconditioned when you have injuries.
It does.
Shit
Means you're a
happens.
pussy.
No, not at all.
Just cortisone it shot and go back out on the field.
All right, so this week, 35-9, Luttrell's fired. Joe John Finley takes over.
We scored 6 more points than we did last week.
Well, I'm thinking about 15 to 20 this week, maybe. We'll be there at Ole Miss. Can't
Probably
wait.
the only Oklahoma fans at
We're
the
wearing
Ole Miss.
powder blue to fit right in.
Yes, one of our outsider neighbors, he already said that he's trying to get his Ole Miss colors.
I'm not going to say we're going to win, but there is a potential. Let me give you this, and it's a small potential, very small, but we could potentially be part of one of the bigger upsets in college football if we win.
Upset?
It would be.
No,
it's a
they've
huge
already
upset.
lost 2.
Huge.
They've already lost 2. They're
Yeah, to
right above
better
us.
teams than us.
No, they're right
I'm just
above
saying.
us.
It'd be an upset at the road. I don't think it's going to
Kentucky
happen.
and LSU.
But I do think we're going to. I think we'll play a little better on offense.
You know, LSU is and Texas A&M are winning the SEC right now.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They're both
I wouldn't be
undefeated in the
surprised if
SEC.
A&M's in the championship for sure. Probably the other one's going to be Georgia. It would be my
Well, right
bet,
now
yeah.
it's A&M and LSU.
Yeah, I know that. I think A&M's a little better, but anyway, let's talk about. You want to give your prediction, or you want to wait till we get to the end?
It's probably going to be 30. It's probably going to be 35-15. Ole Miss. I mean, our defense is still going to hold them.
All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to 15. You pick my number. 17 for OU. 24.
I'll drive to the Grove and kick
Tw-
Kiffin in the ticket myself.
24-17. We lose in a close one. I think our defense plays well.
Oh, yeah, defense, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's still going to be 34. It's still going to be a 30. They might just score 30.
You want to talk about Oklahoma State now?
I just want to say this before we start talking about Golden State. Tulsa, I love you, and we had such high hopes for you this season. And you just I don't know what's happened,
Youth.
but I've moved on to next season. All right, Tulsa talk is done.
Let's talk about
I miss you, Tulsa.
OSU Friday night, late 1:30, 8:35.
I know. Who would have thought that they
Rangel gets in, and Bowman comes in.
They go
And I thought Bowman
BYU and start playing.
I thought Bowman played pretty good. One of his best games of the year, if not the best.
They opened Ollie Gordon up. Finally.
Yeah. So Alan Bowman 11-19, 85 yards. He did throw the pick. Rangel 6 of 9, 51 yards. Ollie Gordon 16. He was running hard. Rangel had some good runs too. Don't discredit that. Too, we forget about that being pulled. But, in the end, BYU, and they screwed up that last play, that last drive.
Those Mormons are on a mission right now.
I don't think BYU's any good, to be honest.
I think they're better than what you believe them to be.
I think defensively, they were 50% on third down.
You're looking at fucking percentages. Guess who won the game?
But BYU did throw 3 picks, so.
Well, guess who won the game?
Hey, I'm not giving any discredit.
Sounds like discredit.
No, I don't think they're that good.
Where's this at? It's Friday game.
Yeah, it's Friday game. So we're done. We're done. Let's talk about some Saturday games.
Well, no, I want to go look. I want to go look at that because Ollie finally got let loose. Yet their running back did 120 yards on Oklahoma State.
Yeah, the defense is the problem with Oklahoma State, obviously.
Oh, their offense has been inept too.
But I thought Rangel didn't play horrible. He had his
Look
legs.
At this. You got 3 quarterbacks versus Rats.
Well, now Presley was just one pass,
and he threw 2
interceptions.
Oh, yeah. This kid, this Hickley Republity. Was that a punter? Or was he a running back?
Could be.
I don't know.
Presley.
I don't know, but nobody thought that BYU was going to come in at 7-0.
Nobody thought that.
And be 4-0 in conference.
Yeah, but nobody thought that.
Iowa State, Iowa State's the same damn way.
But nobody thought OSU could have, and should have won that game at the end. They had it.
Oklahoma State was supposed to be fighting for the Big 12 title.
We're talking about right now, though. What we've seen
right now they're fighting for the Big 12 trash
I know,
title.
but I'm saying what we've seen right now.
I mean, hold on. Look at how many receivers that they threw to. You throw to Presley, Sheridan, Ollie, Owens, Bowman, Lofton, Shugmar, King. So you're throwing the ball all over the place. BYU's over here just throwing to 5 guys.
Well, yeah, because they run the ball.
Well, I know.
And
look at their rushing.
And
Jake Ratsup, the quarterback, had 81.
But they had 3 turnovers. That's why that game was probably close. So
OSU has losing in their blood.
Yeah,
we know. Pistols always misfiring. I forgot to load it, Coach.
Who's this week OSU got? Are they bye week this week?
Oh, Poops Magoo, they might be. I'd have to. Let me just jump into.
Hold it. I looked at their schedule a while ago.
Okay. Oklahoma State is. I haven't done anything yet to look at current spreads.
No, I was just talking about their schedule.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's possible.
They're Baylor this week. That's right.
Baylor.
At Baylor, interesting game there.
God. Baylor tried to put up a fight against Texas Tech.
They killed them.
And they did.
Yes, they killed them. Yes.
That was a surprise.
Me too.
So current standings: BYU, Iowa State undefeated in the conference, undefeated overall. Nobody would have saw that coming. Kansas State 3-1, 6-1.
I could see Iowa
Texas
State.
Tech finally got their first loss against Baylor in the division, in the conference. And then down here, Utah, who we had as 1-3.
What is the full standings? Is OSU really the only one?
Yes.
Or is there some
Oklahoma State has
hit
not
that full
won.
standing. No, I know they haven't, but hit that full standing.
That's it.
Is there somebody else?
That's it. No.
Or did you hit the full
No,
standing?
that's it. They are below Houston. Houston has a win.
Oh, boy.
And every week, the conference spreads are like 3 and 4 points, or 4 to 5 points.
So essentially, what we're saying is
any team can beat any team.
That Venables fired his OC before Gundy's going to fire his.
Yeah. Because he's not firing Ted Roof. Because he is Ted Roof.
Who the fuck's Ted Roof?
Isn't that the DC?
At OU?
Yeah.
No. We hired the new young kid.
I thought Ted Roof was still there, though.
No. What are you talking about?
I could have swore I heard Roof's name the other day.
Oh, my
I could have swore I heard Roof's name.
Yeah, if you were watching fucking
I was listening on the
Zach
radio.
Alley,
I was
is the
listening
new
on
guy. He's
okay.
young and kicking
I was listening
ass.
on the radio.
Yeah, UCF. Thank you, Sean, for having your
Dude, Roof was fucking there.
last year.
I said I heard his fucking name on the goddamn radio.
Was you watching UCF and who?
No, I was listening to the fucking radio.
To UCF and who?
No, I was listening to the OU game.
Oh, he wasn't mentioned.
He was mentioned on the fucking radio.
Well, unless it was, hey, last year's defensive coordinator.
It could have been. I could have misheard.
Misheard?
What did you always say? Mistranslate?
No, that's a misspoke. That's what I was getting at. Misheard? Now it's a misheard.
Yeah, I misheard.
I'm a misspoke. He's a misheard.
No, they said something about Roof yesterday.
Replaced by. He's at UCF now and sucking.
I thought he retired. He had retired.
He's UCF's quarterback.
No, I thought
they
he had
fired
retired.
him. No, they fired him.
I thought he had retired and then.
Well, he parted ways with OU. No, he was an analyst at Clemson.
Did he do Duke?
No. Oh, back in the day.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Gundy is.
Well, no. Let's look at the rest of the games. I mean, look at Josh Heupel kicking tail. I mean,
that was an unexpectation.
You gotta appreciate that. You gotta appreciate that. It's great. I'm so happy for him.
I know.
We all bitched about him.
I hate to say it, but
Miami wins another close one. Defense is not any good.
They're about to lose one.
It's coming. The other game, obviously, the big one was Georgia,
Texas, and
it was the easiest pick. It was the easiest pick of the week.
It was $250,000 for them throwing. Did we miss that?
You didn't see it?
I didn't see it.
Yeah. It was.
I might have been talking to Joey. What was that in the fourth?
Yes, that was probably during the. Yes, it was mid-third to fourth. And,
okay, so you had turned to the baseball game.
Yes,
and
no, I was actually doing fatherly duties, and that's when it happened.
Oh, is that when it happened?
Yeah, and so what they done is they threw trash on the field to overturn the call, which they did overturn the call. And honestly, it looked like the call was probably fake. I mean, it wasn't. It probably was a bad call originally, but it looks bad when you overturn it when the people throw trash on the field. And then Sark really gets out there and he's screaming, "Hey, stop fucking doing that! Stop fucking doing that!
Hold on.
Stop fucking doing that!" And hold on. And what happens is listen. The thing that we don't talk about enough about Texas is we went into the game that I honestly thought that Georgia was the better team, and I thought they had the better quarterback. And Carson Beck is not any good. To me, he's not any good. He's better than both Texas quarterbacks. And then you look at Sark. Hold on. When you look at Sark, he panics because, oh shit, what am I doing? I've got the best paid team in the whole college football.
Look,
hold on.
Your only points were scored in the third quarter.
And what he does is he panics and pulls Ewers, who is allegedly
top 10
NFL draft pick.
That's another quarterback.
Pulls him to put in the Manning, who's got the name, and then he looks, I don't know, very average. Now, I'm not saying the kid's not going to be great.
I need to teach you the word pedestrian.
Whatever. I like average because I can spell it better. But anyway, so then he gets in there and he doesn't do anything. And what does Sark do for panic mode? He puts yours back in. Let's say, hey, we're going to put you in to lose this one too for us, buddy. Because he didn't want the Manning to lose it.
No.
Fucked up shit right there. There's problems. It's still the same cultural. It's trash. Except they've got more money to buy better players. So get after it.
Yeah, but can you keep those players?
He will. Because it's money. Money.
Pedestrian is better than average.
All right.
Anything else? But it was a great game, and so
Tennessee Alabama was so good too, though.
All of the sports skits like the SEC shorts and all that shit. They were doing that. They had the bottles and they were like
throwing them.
Well, and then you had Tennessee guys pull out the mustard bottles and go, "Hey, these are way more aerodynamic." You forgot about the mustard incident when they threw that at the refs.
Yes. All right.
So, yeah.
Anything else on that? Indiana beating Nebraska was a surprise. Indiana's quarterback's out this week. It's going to be an interesting game. Washington at Indiana. Who do you take? Quarterback is out.
I'm taking Indiana again.
He's also week to week. That's been the rumor for OC at Oklahoma. Is
golf balls too.
Is the offensive coordinator at Indiana.
Well, here's something. Missouri beat Auburn 21-17.
And Auburn should have won. Brady Cook was out. So Missouri had some injuries too. So it was a good win for them.
Oh, Illinois beating Michigan. Now that was a surprise for you.
Was for me. I thought Michigan would actually win that, and it just shows you how bad
I
Michigan
didn't
is.
believe that it was a 21-7 game. I figured it was going to be a 21-17 game, 21-16 game, not a 21-7.
Gotcha. Navy, Army, both undefeated.
Still?
Ooh, yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, and when they play each other, it'll be considered non-conference for both, so they can still win their conference championship and get in both.
So they can both win the conference championship, be in the conference championship, play each other twice.
No, they're not in the same conference.
Yeah, they are.
No, I don't think
They're
so.
both in the American.
Oh, I guess
They're
are.
both in American now.
Then they called them. They
American and American.
I thought they said that was a non-conference game.
At,
Maybe it was Air Force. I was thinking of.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want me to berate you?
No,
No, I'm going to berate you.
No, I think it's actually.
Who's a stupid?
No,
Who's a
I
stupid?
think
I'm
it's-
sorry, special needs.
I think it's.
I'm sorry, you
actually,
didn't read
no,
right.
I think it's actually there was some.
That's what I said. Hire Kurt Signetti, but nobody wants.
Signetti's not leaving to be an offensive coordinator. They're going to hire Shanahan, his offensive coordinator. That's the deal.
Yeah, I've heard the Shanahan twice tonight.
Yes.
Oh, Cincinnati beat Arizona State. That was a surprise. Arizona State's been on a burner.
I'm not sure, but I thought their quarterback was hurt for Arizona State, but I could have been.
What the hell was I doing Saturday? I missed all this. What was Saturday? Kenny, I might have a gap in my brain. I might have the brain bleeds. Oh, Maryland bit Maryland. USC 1-4 in the Big Ten, 3-4 overall.
Oh, you mean they're close? I thought they were really close. No, not close. No, not so much. No. It's a travel schedule. It's really
It's
hurt.
always the
Yes,
travel.
yeah,
It's definitely
always,
the travel schedule.
Always hurting. Always hurting. You could tell when he left that game, he was pissed. I mean, super pissed. Here's the deal, though. Don't get ready because they tend to get soft.
Who?
USC schedule. And so he's
is it about to?
he's going to buy some time. He's going to play.
Okay, I wouldn't say that Rutgers is a soft.
Rutgers has not looked good at all.
I'd say the Washington is, Nebraska's not.
They are. It's at home. They'll kill
UCLA is
Nebraska. They'll
Notre
kill 'em.
Dame.
They have one more game left. So they'll probably go bowling, to be honest.
Shockingly, Regan Riley shit down his leg.
Yeah. Classic. All right, anything else on that?
What's next week?
Yeah, let's look at next week.
What is next week?
We've talked about OU, Mississippi. Not feeling real confident about the win. We'll be there. Also talked about Oklahoma State Baylor. That game is a toss-up. It's at Baylor. I haven't decided. I haven't done my picks yet. I haven't decided how I'm going to pick on that.
I don't either. I haven't seen the spread.
Boise State UNLV is interesting. That's going to be the night game. You've got potentially future OU's OC Brennan Marion. You've got obviously Ginty.
I said Rutgers beats USC. He doesn't like it. But
and
you've
I
got,
don't.
You've got two teams that are potential in the play-in too. The group of 5 play-in,
Correct.
along with James Madison. But nobody wants to talk about that.
All right. That's Friday. Wow.
Oh, those are
Those
Friday games.
Saturday's early game.
Tulsa, UTSA. I'm just going to take
UTSA,
UTSA.
yeah, they are, and UTSA's kind of on a down streak. Ohio State kills Nebraska. They keep it close for a little bit.
Navy, Notre Dame.
Didn't realize that one. Ooh, interesting. I think Navy's
12.5 Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think Navy loses that one. Also, don't count out Indiana. The spread's high. Don't like the Kevin Rourke's 15 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's out for the game. That scares me a little bit.
It's just 6.5.
Yeah, I know.
On Jed Rabbit.
But
Jed Reddit. Red Jabbit. Jed
Reddit?
No, Jed. The Washington coach. He's the Arizona coach. Fish.
Yes, fish.
Rabbit, fish. What's the difference? We have the fighting Biff Pogies are going to go into Memphis. God, come on, Biff Poggy.
What day is it? Well, that's in Memphis. We'll be there ish. Oh, it's the same start time.
Yeah, same start time. We won't be
That
able to
is
make the
not
game.
good, dude. It's gonna be busy as hell in Memphis. I didn't
You
realize
guys
that.
are the ones that chose.
Oh, shut up! Just keep moving on. Don't be surprised if Mississippi State beats Arkansas.
Illinois, Oregon. Oregon's got a 25 point spread for that game.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
You're gonna take the. I bet Illinois
Taking
covers
Oregon.
that.
Taking Oregon.
Oh, you know, a little friendly 20 on that one.
What the
Just the
the
spread.
covers?
Just the spread. Just the
That Illinois covers?
Yeah, I think Illinois covers 25.
That's possible.
Oh, that's what I said. That seems like a big
I don't know. I still
spread.
don't have my money from the last spread.
Oh.
Apparently, it's still in Tulsa.
Missouri, Alabama, snoozer.
Yeah.
Looks good on paper for Alabama.
BYU heading down to the bounce house.
Possible upset there. Nothing else.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the night games? We got some trash going on. I mean, let's see
It is
what we
all
got.
Mac, Whack, Skignac. Texas Vandy.
Yeah, Texas kills them. Vanderbilt had some nice wins. They're going to prop up Texas. Texas dropped from 1 to 5. Look like hammered shit. It's ridiculous. They'll probably move up after a win against Vanderbilt.
Play Texas?
Yes. It's ridiculous. The love, it really is big money love. It's turning into baseball. I'm just letting you know. It's close.
Whatever makes more money.
Uh-huh. It is.
Well, that's why the
except
group of-
those dipshits
but
lose
that's why
one
they-
and they drop.
But that's the whole thing about why the group of 5 is like, why don't we just break off and
Playoffs
make our
are
own
better.
conference?
Yeah, playoffs are better. What else you got? Let's do some night games. Let's see what
It's
we
just
got.
the night games.
We're getting closer.
Florida State,
It's
Miami,
6.
garbage. Utah,
Late
Houston.
night. Let's get that prime
It's 6 p.m.
time loving.
That's the night
There
games.
we go. There's the big prime time. LSU, A&M.
Ah, so the 2 undefeateds are going to hit up each other.
I like A&M in that one. I don't know why, but I do because it's at home a little bit. I think I'm going to take A&M on that one. Give you a little preview of that. Then you got the Sunflower State battle. K-State kills them. Kansas makes it close, though.
Is that what they call that? Rivalry?
The Sunflower, I don't know, it's the Sunflower State rivalry. I mean, they're the Sunflower State, so I don't know.
I don't know what
Sunflower
they have.
battle.
I thought it was corn.
No, it's Sunflower.
I thought Kansas was corn.
No, it's Nebraska. Anything else? No.
No, Cincy,
Cincinnati.
Colorado,
No.
Wazoo.
And then at
Diego.
3 a.m., Hawaii kicks off against Nevada. Both looking for their first conference win. All right, anything else to close up? Well, we have drug this one on way too far.
Colorado Avalanche. Last I looked, 0-4.
Don't care about hockey. No one cares about it right now. It's like It's
I
like
care
talking
about
about
it.
baseball in April.
I care about it through the entire season.
It's like talking
no,
about-
I care about NHL
It's
through
like
the entire
that.
season.
Okay, here's where everyone just tunes out. That's
Panthers still winning. You know, Panthers repeating current champions. I see that. Jerseys leading in the Metropolitan.
good for Winnipeg.
Winnipeg
Yeah.
undefeated. Colorado Avalanche. Oh, they got 2 wins now.
I think they play about 70 games or 80 games. They'll be fine.
80 games a week.
We'll see. Yeah. No, a year.
Calgary winning the Pacific. And San Jose 0-4. Edmonton here. These guys picked to repeat, go back to the Stanley Cup. 2-4 right now.
It's early.
Yeah. So that's your hockey talk.
Cool.
Hockey
Honky-tonk.
Hockey talk.
Honky-tonk.
Hockey talk.
All right, thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next week. We'll give you a preview of what we endured in Mississippi. And
I don't have any more. Oh, do I have more buttons done, dude?
Oh, yeah. Button that
Oh, no,
shit.
these are fake. These buttons are fake.
Is it the 2 chest hairs just showing out?
It's my sexy.
And his gold chain that says, I love Hurts. Hurts so bad. All right, let's give an update before we leave.
It hurts so good.
Ravens up 14-10 and getting ready to score potentially 3rd and goal. Looks like Tampa's really fucked this game up already.
Mark Andrews finds a touchdown. Is that what that said?
But it was 3rd and at the 30s what that said, I believe. Baker Mayfield in his primetime game throwing 2 interceptions.
3rd and goal, Tampa Bay.
Yes.
Oh, 4th and goal, Tampa Bay 10.
It's on the Tampa Bay 10. So they'll be cooking a field goal. Looks like it's going to be 17-10 at halftime. Don't know who got the ball first, but thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week. What night? Monday?
Monday.
We'll do Monday before the kickoff.
We're coming because we'll be back that Sunday.
Yeah, we'll be that Sunday, so we'll talk about Monday night, and we'll give you a preview of what we endured in Memphis with 3 teenage boys and a
we have the 3 now?
80,000 screaming Mississippians.
It's Kenny and his teenage boys.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
All right. Bye, everybody.